Everyone, today's topic is plant propagation structures. The structure which facilitate propagation of plants are called propagation structures. Propagation structures are required for propagating plants by seed, cuttings and grafting. The other structure is constructed to acclimatize young, tender liner plants. Cold frames, low polythene tunnels, sun tunnels and shade houses are used for this purpose. Greenhouses. Greenhouses is a broad term in which there are so many structures comes. Suppose if you are using polythene sheet as covering material, then such structures is known as polyhouse. If you are using fiber sheet, then such structure is known as fiber houses. If you are using glass, then it is called glass houses. If you are using shade net, then it is called shade net houses. So all these covered structures come together and called greenhouses. Structures that are used for the production of pot plants, foliage plants, bedding plants and cut flowers. Greenhouse types. First one is gable roof construction. It has more expensive reinforced support for hanging niche systems, supplementary lightings, or additional tiers of potted plants. Retractable roof. It has roof that can be opened during the day and closed at night. Quonset type. It is inexpensive propagation house made of bent tubing or PVC frame that is covered with polythene. Used to propagate the following types: tissue culturing, cuttings, seedlings and plugs, grafting and budding, layering, liner stock. All these operations are generally practiced under the greenhouses. Tissue culture facility. This is separate facilities in the nursery. It is a separate unit where plants are propagated by using in vitro technique. A unit that consists of separate preparation, transfer and growing areas designed to develop and harden tissue culture plants. The greenhouses structures are also used for acclimatization or hardening of the tissue culture plants. So, such facilities should also be developed within the nursery area. Hot frames and tunnels. They are similar in function as a greenhouse and may consist of a wooden box or frame with a sloping, tight fitting lip made of window size. A tunnel is made from hooped metal tubing or bent PVC pipe, which is covered with polyethylene plastic sheets. Used to propagate the following types: cuttings, seedlings, grafting and budding, liner stock. For these purposes, hot frames and tunnels are utilized. Cold frames. They are similar to a greenhouse except no tissue culturing and are designed to condition or harden rooted cuttings or young seedlings. Lath houses are shade frames. They are temporary structures generally used for hardening of the plants and also for uh, putting the ready-made uh, plants or pots below the lath house or shade house. Same as greenhouse except on tissue culturing. It provides outdoor shade and protects container stock from high summer temperatures and high light intensity. Greenhouse heating and cooling system. Gas heating system. Gas powered heaters with fans are used to dispense hot air to all sections of the unit through plastic tubes, that is called polytubes. Pad and fan system. Units are cooled by the use of large evaporative cooling systems. The pad and fan system is built are one end of the unit with large exhaust fans at the other. Fog can be used to cool greenhouses but is more expensive than other methods. Bench and root heating systems. Heat is applied below the plants, which hastens the germination of seeds, rooting of cuttings, or growth of liner plants, hot water is recirculated through pipes placed on or below the benches. Greenhouse covering materials. First one is glass. It is more expensive than plastic coverings, yet for permanent installation, glass may be more satisfactory than others. Glass is superior to plastic coverings in light transmitting properties and lower relative humidity problems. Such structures are known as glass houses. Flexible covering material. Polythene is a low cost plastic for covering propagation structure. Use 4 to 6 mils for best results. If you are using polythene, then it is called poly house. Rigid covering material, acrylic, plexiglass, lucite, exolite is a highly weather resistant material, has excellent high transmission properties, retains twice the heat of glass and is very resistant to impact but is brittle. Polycarbonate, this material is similar to acrylic in heat retention properties with about 90% of light transmission of glass. Fiberglass, a corrugated or flat resin reinforced with fiberglass is long lasting, light in weight and easily applied. Such structures, if you are using fiberglass, are called fiber houses. Containers for propagation, this is separate thing. These containers are used for propagating cuttings, even seedlings. For this purpose, containers are utilized. Flat one, shallow plastic, styrofoam, wooden or metal trays used for seed germination or stem rooting. The 11 into 21 inch plastic plates are the industry standard. Clay pots, these are used for growing young plants. They are easily broken and accumulate salts and calcium on the clay surface. They are generally used in the all nurseries. Plastic pots, light in weight, reusable, round or square containers used for the propagation of seeds, bedding and flowering plants. Fiber pots, round or square, pressed peat or wood fiber containers, popular because they are biodegradable and can be installed in the ground with the plant. P10 fiber blocks, solid pre-punch containers used for germinating medium for seeds and as a rooting medium for cuttings, especially for chrysanthemum and poinsettias. Plastic containers, heavy to thin walled, black, grey or white one, 3 and 5 gallon containers used for transplanting and upgrading liner stock for future growth and development. Polythene bags, a plastic bag used for growing rooted cuttings or seedling liners to a saleable size. They are considerably less expensive than rigid plastic containers and seem to be satisfactory as containers. Wood containers, a square box constructed for holding large field grown woody plants for several months or years. Soil types and nutrition in propagation media. Mixture containing, the characteristics of mixture should be it provides structure, it should decompose and stable, sufficiently porous, and it should be disease and pest free, low salinity level, steam pasteurized or chemically treatable, high catanexion capacity, and it should be consistently uniform, available and economical. Soil media components. What are the components generally used in soil and media? First one is soil. Under soil, sand, silt and clay, these are the materials generally used for filling the pots. Sand, decomposed quartz particles 0.05 to 2 mm in diameter. Peat moss, decomposed bog vegetation used to hold water in soil mixtures. Vermiculite, a hydrated magnesium, aluminum, iron silicate mica mineral that expands when heated. Sold in 4 sizes, number 1 5 into 8 mm, number 2 2 to 3 mm, number 3 1 to 2 mm, and number 4 0.75 to 1 millimeter. Perlite, a gray white volcanic silica material. Size range is from 1.6 to 3 millimeter in diameter. Low cation exchange capacity and mineral contents as well as fluoride production. Pumice, a volcanic rock used in mixes to increase aeration and drainage. Such material is also used for as a part of the soil media. Shredded bark, wood products made from redwood, cedar, fir, pine, hemlock, or various hardwood bark species as a component in growing and propagating mixtures. Now we discuss about fertilizers. Application of fertilizers pre-plant, it means you should mix fertilizers in the media before doing planting of seedlings or planting of cuttings. So you should add in the media gypsum, dolomitic limestone and micro elements. And after planting, post plant application of fertilizers nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium in a slow release fertilizer form. These are NPKs are basic nutrients generally supplied to the plants for proper growth and development. Generally we use slow release fertilizers so that they long last and slowly they supply nutrients as per the need of the plants. Thank you.